The broadcast you're about to hear is a special sports presentation brought to you by WPEX-FM 90.9.
Hey, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Welcome back, everybody, to Miller Field. I'm John Hart, along with Robbie Hart, and welcome to the broadcast of www.wpexonline.com. Well, it sure is going to be a close game today. Hopefully, it'll be a close game today. But anyway,
I don't want to see no blowouts.
Good game, hopefully, it's going to be, because you got a lot of great players between both of these teams. It's the Rotary, and they're going to be going up against VFW here in Blackstone, Virginia. And for the Rotary team, Matthew Hart will be starting. No surprise there for the Rotary. I'll be saving him for this team. And then for the
Yakel.
What's his name?
Garnes.
All right, Lawrence?
Garnes.
Yeah. Will be starting for the VFW team. Pete Reed will be catching. So I'm surprised he didn't start Pete Reed, but it might be a reason for that. But either way, one thing we've got to talk about the VFW team. VFW, well, they are a very well-balanced team. And what I mean by they got good catching, good pitching. They got good depth in their pitching. They got good players into the center field. They've got good players in the outfield. And so they're a very good team. And they have won their division, of course, in the Crew Burkeville League. Now, coming to the Rotary side. Well, the Rotary's hitting on all 8 cylinders. They have won the last 5 of their games, and a lot of them by big scores. And the Rotary side pitching has been very good, other than last night when Josh Bond was getting a little bit tired. But
he pitched a lot of pitches, though.
But other than that, he hung in there. But they did that to save Matthew. So if he has to pitch the whole game. Now, the good news, Peyton Lawson, also for the Rotary, can also pitch in case Matt does get in trouble.
He had a pulled muscle last night or something.
He had a pulled leg muscle. Didn't know how he did it. Someone said he got hit by a baseball or whatever. But, come to find out, basically, it looks like he's doing pretty good today.
Okay.
So, now, if Rotary wants to have any chance on beating this VFW team, like I said, they're going to have to do everything right. They can't, just like when they were getting ready to play the Legion.
They can't fumble the ball around.
They can't fumble. They can't make bad mistakes. They can't do a lot of errors.
Make your easy throws at first, And
above all, and I want to stress this, Matthew Hart, you can't walk a bunch of players.
No, you can't.
That will not work when you have such a good team. You don't want to get 2 or 3 runs on the base.
And
all
a team that, by the way, is willing to wait for you as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you start throwing balls, you can bet they'll sit back there and just keep on watching you throw balls. They're not going to swing at bad stuff. So
let's see.
Ricky Aguilera.
Ricky Aguilera. I can't even pronounce
Aguilera.
That. Aguilera. I'm going to have a terrible time.
Christina Aguilera.
Still, I'm going to have a hard time doing that.
And consider practice for All-Stars. Anyways, here we go.
So Ricky will be up. Matthew's all ready to go. And here we go, the start of the game. Matt Hart now winds up. He's the pitch. Swing and a miss in there for strike 1.
That was inside, but Ricky went for it all the way. I think he lost it right when he left his hand.
Well, I'll bring up no balls and 1 strike now to Ricky. Here comes Matthew Hart with the next pitch, and that was going to be in there for strike number 2.
Hey, now you gotta get ready.
Matthew shoots.
I think poor Ricky tried to say, I'm going to wait on this one. It just kind of burned right through him.
Matt looks. Now winds up. Here comes a pitch, strike 3, and Matthew gets the first strikeout.
3 pitches, 1 out. It's hard to get much better than that, huh? And that ball was humming. I think that was one going in the high 70s that time.
This will bring up Dustin Reynolds. Matt looks, winds up. Here comes out a pitch. In there, nice, burns one down there for strike number 1.
Josh didn't have to move his glove. It just came right to it that time. I think Matthew's come here to play, hasn't he?
Well, we'll see. Here comes out the windup for Matt Hart. Just turned 13 yesterday. Happy birthday to Matt. And now being there for his first ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. One thing about Matthew, he'll do good, especially if he can stay ahead of his batter.
That's the key. Stay ahead of him.
Here comes Hart now winding up. Here comes now the pitch. And that one a little bit high, and that's going to be in there for ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's a hot day, so you don't want to get yourself where you're throwing a lot of balls either. Stay out of the full count situations if you can.
Okay, here comes the next pitch from Matt. He winds up. That one's in there for strike number 2, and VFW is not going to be able to wait on Matt if Matt keeps pitching like this. I'll bring the count 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes now the pitch, and that's strike number 3, and that's going to be strikeout number 2 already for Matt Hart. So Matthew the Cobra Hart has been struck 2 times, and 2 batters have gone down to the wayside, and that's going to be bringing up Jekyll Garnes.
Garnes. I think it's going Garnes.
Garnes, okay.
Let's go with Garnes. He's a lefty, by the way, so going to be thrown to a different handed batter.
Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's in there for strike number 1.
Garnes pulled his head all the way. I don't think he saw that one at all. He was looking over here towards us when he swung that bat.
So that will be no balls and 1 strike now to Garnes. They got 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Matthew Hart. That one's going to be in there for strike number 2, and Matthew is on fire right now.
8 strikes, 2 balls so far. 10 pitches thrown.
This could very well be a 3-up, 3-down inning. Matthews 1 strike away from doing that and starting things out in the right way in this ball game. Here comes the windup. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Now retired aside. 3 up and 3 down. 3 strikeouts from Matt Hart. And so now retired aside. As we go to the bottom of the first, it is 0-0, and Rotary will be coming up. We will be back right after these messages.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever. Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff. See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Miller Field, I'm John Hart, along with Robbie Hart. An exciting Dixie Youth Baseball Major League, and this is going to be a good one. It's VFW challenging the Rotary from Blackstone. And
I think right here is where it's going to set the pace of the game. If VFW is able to shut down the top 4 of Rotary, that gives them a chance to hang in there. If the top 4 or even the bottom 4 of Rotary runs away with it, VFW is going to have a very long game as long as Matthew holds out on pitching.
Well, it's going to be a close one. Like the last time these two teams met, it all ended in the last inning and on one last error, and that's how VFW was able to pull it out.
And I'll tell you one thing, Matthew was throwing that thing down there fast. I don't think I saw that thing. I'm having a hard time tracking even the camera here.
Josh Vaughn will be starting things off.
Josh had a good game last night as well. Not only 160-some pitches, but he also did good on the hitting. He was, I think, 2 for 4 for the night, and got a bunch of RBIs. I don't remember the exact amount off the top of my head, but he brought a bunch of people in as well.
Well, the thing is, this is not the Lions.
No, it's not.
And Chambers a good team. They got good pitching, but it's not the Lions. So they got to be careful not to swing at bad pitches.
Yep, be patient and make them pitch to you.
Here comes Grimes now. Pitching to Josh Bond. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. And that looked like actually a pretty good pitch.
Has some good zip to it, I got to admit.
So that'll be no balls and one strike to Josh Bond. Here comes now the pitch from Grimes. He winds up, and it is hard hit ball. This is good. Could be trouble. Could fall in the hole. And a nice catch by the right fielder.
Yeah, that was a good catch. I wish we could have caught that on camera, but I don't have an outfield camera.
Now bring up the first out. And that was a good hit, and that brings up Van Inch.
Hey, guys!
That was a good catch by the right fielder. You know, one thing about VFW, they have good fielding.
Well, we're talking about well-balanced, and that's what I meant by at the start of the game on the well-balanced part. Okay, here comes now the pitch and the wind-up. Swing and a miss by Ben Inch. That'll be an error for strike number one.
And Ben pulled his head that time, I think.
Well, none of this is really surprising because we all know how good, like I said, how good the defense is from VFW. Here comes now the pitch, the wind-up, and it's a swing and a miss by Ben Inch, and there for strike two.
Go ahead and shoot me one here, kid.
One thing you have to admit that's why VFW won their league, is because they are a good team.
Yeah. Well, two best teams in the league playing against each other right now.
Here comes the pitch, and it's a hard hit ball. This will go to the second baseman, and no problem there, and that will be the second out.
Hey, way to catch.
And now bring up Cobra Matthew Hart.
Good job. Hey, here we go, guys. Two.
So the Cobra will.
Matthew also had a good game last night. He hit pretty much every time. 4 and 4, and like 4 RBIs. I think he brought in.
All right, let's see if they actually pitch to him here.
They probably will. They're in a pretty good situation. They can afford to.
Yep. Here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball. This will go to the shortstop, and it is out. Matthew will get out at first, but anyway, so 3 up, 3 down for the VFW Rotary. And this will go to the top of the second, or it's 0-0. We'll be right back right after this.
What does your world sound like? That's geography, the music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
The best stuff ever. Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff. See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Miller Field, coming to the top of the second. Right now it's 0-0. Rotary versus VFW versus Rotary. And Matthew Hart, of course, will start out the second inning, which is what we figured. Probably see him throughout the whole game. And you know, Robbie, the whole thing, I believe, is going to come down to errors.
Errors, yeah.
Matthew Hart now winds up, pitches to Pete Reed.
Strike.
And that one's going to be in there for strike number one. Ball number one. It's ball one.
No, he pulled. No, that was a strike. He saw him do his hand. That was a strike. The scoreboard's wrong this time.
All right. Here comes now the wind up. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be ball. So that's going to be 2 balls and one. They got 2 balls up there.
They're wrong. I saw Joe Jackson do the strike symbol. So that's definitely a strike.
All right.
Not that the one before.
1-1 now is the count. Matt looks, throws the ball. Ooh, that was awful
close. Yeah.
Watch, Pete. Hey, make something happen for you.
Pete Reed, probably one of the best hitters on the VFW team. Classic batter versus pitching duel going on right here.
Matt winds up. Here comes out a pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Matthews zapped that one down there, and that'll bring up 2 balls and 2 strikes to Pete Reed.
Hey, look, the scoreboard caught up to me.
So Pete Reed has got to protect the plate, but Pete Reed is also one of the best hitters on VFW's team. Here comes now the pitch from Matt Hart. A changeup. Got him. Strike out Pete Reed, and that was a big deal there.
Call him that changeup. I don't think Pete Reed was expecting that. That brings up Joseph Anderson now for the VFW team.
Every one of VFW's team, though, is me. They just hold the bat good. They're a very well-coached team. Got a lot of good players. So Matthews got his work cut out for him, but so far he's doing a decent job. Here comes Matthew with the pitch now. That one's going to be low, ball number 1.
And this heat, you got to be careful. Like I said, you want to try to throw strikes as much as you can, but not only because it gets guys out, but because you don't want to pitch a lot of pitches with it being hot as it is.
So we got 1 ball and no strike. Matt winds up, delivers, swing and a miss, and there for strike 1.
I got to be honest, I think Joseph wanted to swing at that one. He's kind of pulled that one at the last second. We said it before. You throw around the head area, the batters want to swing at it no matter what.
Well, you don't have the time to really react.
Yep.
Okay, here comes now the pitch. A changeup.
Strike.
And that goes in there for a strike, and that's going to be in there. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
That changeup looks like, the problem that changeup looks just like a blown pitch when it's coming in. You know that?
Well, Matthew has got to where he's hitting those into the strike zone. That's what counts. Here comes now the pitch from Matthew Hard low, and that's going to bring the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, that's the thing. Matthews got to keep these runners off the bases if they want to do good in this game. Like I said, last time it was only a 1-run difference. Right in there, strike number 3, and that he retires.
Nope, 1 more. Nope, that's 2 outs.
Yeah, no, but that retires.
I think we heard a thunderclap on that one. That
brings up AJ. How do you pronounce his name? Say?
Yeah. I have Say. Yeah, AJ Say. I hope that's right. If it's wrong, blame the spelling of the on this paper here.
Matthew winds up, throws the ball high. But what you don't want to do, they're in the middle of their lineup, and they don't want to walk these guys.
No, you want those strikes. That means you got to calm down, throw strikes, and these are the people you want to get out.
Here comes now the pitch from Matthew Hart. Swing and a miss. That'll bring the count 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Matthew is doing an excellent job hitting the corners and pitching so far a really good game.
Yeah, as of this point, the defense of Rotary has kind of been irrelevant.
Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss once again. He burned that one down there.
You just got to wonder how long Matthew can keep that up.
Matthews, that was probably close to 65, 70 miles an hour right there.
He's setting a pretty brutal pace, I got to be honest with you.
Matt winds up and pitches the changeup, and as
the batter kind of fell back.
That was a little bit inside. I don't think Matthew wanted that ball to break in a little bit.
But that was nowhere close to that batter. He just jumped out of the way like he was scared to death of it.
Now bring the 2-2 and 2. Everything's 2 up there now. Here comes down the pitch from Matthew, and that's going to be low. That brings up Matthew's full count.
First full count of the night here. So far, he's see his first full count here for the night. See how it goes off for him. 3
balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be high.
Matthew let that batter get away from that time.
Yep, and these are the guys that you don't want. This will bring up Seth Finch.
Yep.
So runner on first base, Matt. Off the bags. So here we go. Matthew looks. Winds up. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike number 1.
Get that bat off the shoulder.
Well, the play will be at first base, and this is where they can't make a mistake if the ball is hit. Swing and a miss. Is in there for strike number 2. Runner will go down to second base. They're going to try to get him, and a busted backup play. And they're going to throw the ball, try to get the guy at third, and they're not going to make it. He advances to third base, now with 2 outs.
We've seen how mistakes like that will beat you up here. You can't do that.
So he gets an extra base stolen on that, and it got through. It was a well backup, but they got through the backup guy.
Yeah. Wait on it, drive.
Well,
wait on it, drive.
No balls and 2 strikes. So Matthew needs to shoot one down here and just get out of this inning. Here comes down the pitch. Really, strike 3, and he does. So with that, there's 1 man left on base. We had 1 error and no run scored. It's 0-0. We'll be right back right after this messages.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
The best stuff ever. Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
Back here at Miller Field, nothing here at the bottom of the second. Rotary nothing and VFW nothing. And, well, the game is kind of shaped up exactly what we expected, Robbie. I mean, both of these teams have really, they just flat come to play.
Yep, coming up first for the Rotary will be Brandon Parrish. Brandon
had a good night last night.
Yep, he did.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do. All right, here comes now the pitch.
You see, he had more success than the previous three batters did for Rotary.
Grimes winds up and he delivers way inside. That's going to be an error for ball number one.
And give Brandon credit on that one. Didn't swing at that one. That's what Rotary needs to do. Let these bad ones go by and don't swing at a bunch of pitches that they shouldn't be.
Oh, absolutely.
Wear this pitcher down this heat.
Grimes gets set for VFW. Now winds up. Here comes now the pitch to Brandon Parrish. Hard hit, foul ball, though. The ball goes out of play, and that's going to be in there for...
put a little example. That was only Garnes' eighth pitch of the game so far. It's all he's pitched so far. Because they're getting out on the field, these little base hits be getting them out.
Let's go, D.
And that really is good on your pitcher.
Oh, yeah, it's great for your pitcher.
All right, here comes down the wind up. Here comes down the pitch. And that's going to be a little bit outside for ball number two. 2 balls and 1 strike.
That was close, though. I thought he booked the plane.
Check him. Check.
Wow. Grimes is not really throwing the ball super fast, but he's throwing them fairly accurate. You got to swing at him.
Oh, yeah, you can't just watch him go by. You'll get eaten alive.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes Grimes down with the windup. And a hard hit ball right to Grimes. Here we go. We talked about this before, and he gets out at first. But, boy, the defense has been playing perfect for VFW. And this, look, you weren't here. You were in Germany. This is what happened the first game. Well, exactly. It's almost like an instant replay.
Hey, one down, guys. Come on.
I'm sure Rotary would like something to be a little different at the end there.
Oh, of course. But it could end up being who makes the most mistakes.
Right now, it counts going against Rotary.
Here comes now the pitch.
Outside
this
ball.
One's going to be outside.
That brings up Peyton Lawson, by the way. Peyton, of course, the backup pitcher for the Rotary.
What?
Couldn't pitch last night due to an injured leg. Yep.
At the Charlie horse.
I hate the Charlie horse.
I hate the Charlie horse, too. Grimes wind up from big left-hander pitching. That's going to be outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This is important here. Work this pitcher. Get him a little tired, especially the bottom half of your lineup. Really just wear him out. So when the top of your lineup comes again, you can just tee off on him.
I mean, I want to note, here comes down the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Now, Grimes have really so much just blowing past everybody. They've been hitting them, but we've been chipping them. We haven't
exactly.
And the ones that we did hit good, that they've been able to field and get them out.
Yep.
2 balls and 1 strike now to Peyton Lawson. Here comes down the pitch and the windup. And that one's in there for strike number 2. 2-2 is the count.
Come on, Peyton. That's how you drive in the right field. Let's go. You stepped into it. Let's go.
So that brings both the count 2-2 with 1 out. Grimes down for VFW, left-hander, winds up and pitches. Low, and that brings the count to full. And this is the first time Grimes has seen a full count.
It's in there. I want you to hit that ball. Let's go.
Good location.
Payne can get on base. He's fast.
Here we go, kid. Take your time.
We'll see what happens. But you got to be careful with Pete Reed's arm, and he's catching. All right, here comes down the pitch. Grimes wind up, pitches. And that's going to be ball 4, and that's going to put a runner on first base for the Rotary. And now that puts the Rotary runner on first base, and now this
Bobby
is
McWilliams.
Bobby McWilliams.
Bobby had a good night last night. He hit one right to center field there. Got a good RBI off of it too, I believe.
Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Pulled his head that time though.
You got Harvey coming up on deck. He's a little guy, so we'll see how he gets pitched. He'll be pitched to any way you look at it, but swing and a miss. It's in there for strike 2.
And Bobby needs to relax and
hey, way ahead here, Jake.
not get himself in trouble here.
Hey, go ahead and shoot it.
All right, Bob, hit that ball right now. Check that play.
Yep, that's important. You got to work this pitcher down here. And right now, they're not really doing that.
Here comes now the pitch. Here's the ball.
This
one's
going
to go into the field, and he's going to go down to third, and they are going to make it to third base. And with one out, they got a runner in scoring position. A nice pitch by McWilliams.
I got to say, good for Bobby. You know what I mean?
That ball hit hard.
That's a hard hit ball.
And I'll tell you, Harvey, the left-hander against the left-hander now. Runners on first and third with one out.
And you love seeing Bobby hit because he's a little guy. You know, I mean, he's a bigger guy. You just love seeing Bobby make those nice hits out there.
Here comes the wind-up, and the pitch shows the bunt. Everybody charges being there for strike 1. All right, no balls and 1 strike now to Harvey. Rotary is threatening. With 1 out, they got Peyton Lawson on third base. Runners on first and third due to a nice single by Bobby McWilliams. Here comes Grimes now. Looks, he winds up. Here comes the pitch, way low. And there goes Bobby Wicks. They're going to throw him out. And they miss it. Run. They had a steal and they had a double steal on that play. I thought they were going to get Bobby McWilliams. Pete Reed threw it down, threw it a little bit high, and the second baseman could not get a hold of it.
And I got to say, if I was VFW, I don't think I would have tried that throw.
1-1 now.
Especially now.
1-1 now is the count to Justin Harvey. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
And that takes a little pressure off of Justin here, but he still needs to sit back there and only swing good stuff.
Here we go, Jake.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rotary's had a fairly decent inning. At least get 1 run on there. Here comes down the pitch. That's a hard hit ball, and it went foul. And if that thing would have been straight, that could have been trouble. That thing went down towards third base, so Justin is swinging a little bit late.
Yep. Just needs to relax. He was a small guy, which means that the pitcher's going to have to throw very accurately to him. And that means usually pitchers are going to slow down to do that. So wait for your pitch and only swing it your pitch.
Bobby McWilliams on second base. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Justin Harvey. Here comes a pitch, and it's a strike 3. That's going to strike him out.
That's second out.
Well, I got to hand it to Grimes on that one. I mean, that was a nice pitch. And on a 1 ball and 2 strikes, struck Harvey out. All right, who we got up next?
Tom Parrish.
Who?
Tom Parrish.
All right, Tom Parrish will be up. Ende will be on deck. Runner on second base. It's Bobby McWilliams, but they got 2 outs. 1-0 in favor of the Rotary. Here comes now the pitch. Grimes winds up.
That's
in there. And he has thrown about 4 or 5 strikes right there on the
they're
run.
accurate. They're very accurate.
Very accurate. Nothing that Rotary can't hit.
But they got to swing the bat at him.
They got to start getting the bee on the ball, as they say.
Yeah.
All right. Here comes now the pitch. Grimes looks. The left-hander from VFW winds up, pitches, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Pulled his head that time there, Tom.
Pulled his head.
Yep.
Hey, way ahead here, Jay.
And this is going to be a pitcher's pitch here. You can play around. I imagine this will be a sucker pitch of some sort. That's what I would pitch in this situation anyway.
Change up.
Change up, exactly.
Pitch to your backside, you got to change up here. Here comes out a pitch.
Outside.
And I don't know, that didn't look like a change up. It looked like it was just a
curveball.
Hey, all you need is one here, 3.
Anyway, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on second base. We'd hate to strand him, though, but it may end up being that way. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rhymes now winds up. Here comes the pitch.
A little bit low.
A little bit low.
And now here they go. They're waiting on the ball. Wait for your pitch. That being said, if it's building, you got to swing. You can't watch it.
Yeah, you got to protect the play.
Right here.
Well, let's see what he does. Two and 2 is the count with 2 outs. Here in Blackstone. Here comes the pitch. Wind up by Grimes. He pitches.
Strike 3.
Strike number 3. Got him waiting. And that will take out. So, 1 man left on base. We had 1 error. And it's 1-0. It's 1-0 in favor of the Rotary. We'll be right back right after this.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff. See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Okay, back here at Miller Field, I'm John Hart along with Robbie Hart. It's 1-0 here at the top of the 3rd. Rotary against VFW. Matt Hart pitching. Now he pitches like he was going to bunt the ball, and that thing went foul. Now be strike number 1.
Hey, Matthew will take it any way he can get it. I'll take a strike, right? It's Dondre Mahon. I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. Right. Pronounced it wrong.
Here comes out a pitch from Matt. Swing and a miss. It's in there for strike number 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Matt's still bringing them down there. That ball's a little bit high.
Yeah, and still, but we've said it before. You pitch it fast enough and accurately most of the time, people will swing at bad pitches.
Here comes the changeup, I bet. Nope. That was just a sucker pitch, kind of low.
Yeah.
That brings up ball number 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Matt's got 3 more innings after this if he can hold up. That's going to be the key of the game. Here comes now the pitch. And that's going to be strike 3, another strikeout for Matt Hart.
It's number 7 of the night.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what I got as well. And that brings up Austin Higgins. Is up. That looks, winds up. Here comes that pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
He's just still baiting him into this thing. I mean, that was a little outside there, too.
No balls and 1 strike.
Did they hear a big bang?
Here comes Matt, winds up. Here comes out the pitch. Swing and a miss.
He broke the plane for sure that time.
Yeah, that was a low.
That was way low.
But he just kind of decided not to do it and pulled back. But it was too late. He already crossed the plane. Here comes now the pitch from Hart. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And chalk up another one for Matt Hart.
Strikeout number 8.
Now bring up Ed Spiller. And then they come back to the top of their lineup for VFW.
Well, this way you want to do it. You force them to, you keep this guy off base. He's kind of a smaller guy, so Matthew's going to have to be accurate. Or get him to swing at it. He's going to
Matthew will back off the pitcher's mound, though. Oh, he's waiting for the guy to get into the on-deck circle.
Don't want to hit that poor person.
Matt looks, winds up. Nice pitch, nice swing, strike 1.
That's what the coach said, don't swing it down. That one was high, too, by the way.
Oh, it was high, but, I mean, it was just a nice delivery by Matt. But I'd like to see Matt get a little bit more.
We talked about that before, though. Matthew's doing a good job of hiding the ball now until the last moment.
That was right. That looked right down the middle. That being there for strike number 2. And, boy, this game is flying.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. And Matthew may get this pitch. This inning was 6, 7, only had like 9 or 10 balls thrown. If he's able to throw no strike here.
Here comes down the pitch from Matthew.
Oh, hold it.
And Peyton Lawson is going to get it, and that's going to be third and final out. So, as we go now to the bottom of the third, it's 1-0 in favor of Rotary. We'll be right back right after these messages.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Well, we're back here at Miller Field, and coming up is Josh. Who is this coming up?
This is Yende Meredith.
Yende Meredith? That ain't Yende Meredith. He's on deck.
Then someone must have, I'm not sure who that is. Josh Tiller, maybe?
I don't know, unless they swapped him around at the last minute.
Oh, they would never do that to us. I guess I think
it's been that Ben Inch? No.
Ben Inch is a second batter.
All right, well, let's see what happens. Here, anyway, here comes Grimes down with a pitch.
That's a strike.
And there for striking out. Wasn't that fast of a pitch? It was just,
again, they're throwing accurate. And Rotary needs to be hitting those. They can't just watch them go by.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one reason why Bobby was able to capitalize. That's almost a perfect pitch for Bobby. A nice slow down the middle pitch.
Yep. Here comes now the pitch. And that was right down the middle. Well, he didn't really break the plate. It was just a good strike. That ball went right down the middle. So Grimes is doing a good job pitching. No balls and 2 strikes. So here comes now the pitch. And that's going to be
rightfully held back that time.
Yeah, that was a little bit high for ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So who's still trying to figure who this is pitching. I mean, batting rather. Drew? No.
Not Josh Tiller. I don't know if they swap him around. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens.
Strike.
That was going to be a strike.
That was a strike 3.
Yeah, that was right down the middle. I mean, that wasn't that fast of a pitch.
Hey, let him know, Pete.
This is a Yende this time. And yeah,
what they did, they don't
swap Josh
around.
and Yende. Okay.
Okay, Yende's up. Yende can hit the ball if he gets a hold of it.
And this is the type of pitch Yende likes to hit. These nice down the middle pitches. They're accurate. They're accurate too.
Here comes down the windup from Grimes. He pitches it. That one's going to be high, ball 1.
Yende did a good job of keeping an eye on that one that time.
You got it, Dave.
Where am I?
Yende walks. That's going to bring up the top of the lineup.
But to be fair, the top of the lineup hasn't been having a whole lot of luck today.
Vosh flied out. Josh Bond flied out last time he was up. But anyway, here comes the pitch. That was going to be low ball, too.
Here's what like I said, you want to make this pitch a perfect pitch. That's the way you do it.
You and Pete here, babe. You and Pete.
3 balls and no strikes. Here comes now the pitch. And it is
strike.
That was a strike. And all the way, that was a strike.
That was perfect pitch.
Work back right here, baby. Work back.
And that kind of rattled the batter a little bit. I mean, now Yende's going to be looking for a swing, and if the Grimes catch him with a corner ball, it could catch Yende on one that he didn't think.
Well, that's how you get. That's why you get ahead of your batter. But here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that brings a count 2-2.
That was outside, too, by the way.
It was outside?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell at this angle. But
yeah, that was definitely outside.
Well, I'll bring the count 2-2.
Go
ahead and shoot here, Jake.
Oh, there's the pointer. Folks out there can see that.
No, you can't.
Oh, they can't see the pointer?
Nope, they cannot.
Sorry. I thought I was going to do a John Madden. Here comes the next pitch. And that was
right.
Oh, caught that inside corner. That'll bring up the second out. Well, that brings up now the Rotary
top four
to Fearsome Foursome. Let's see if they can do anything.
But they got to be careful. They're kind of neutered a little bit here because of the 2-out situation.
Yeah, they got 2 outs.
2 down.
See, Josh, he concentrating on a good base hit and set it up for the for a run here, for a run in here a little bit.
All right, here comes now the pitch. And this
is going to be foul
back. And that one hit the old top of the thing, I believe.
Yeah, that's why we have a, hey, camera's okay, I'm good.
Well, the camera's still there.
That'd be a foul for strike.
Get ready. He came over here last time.
Last time, and he's right. The last time it did go to right field.
So Josh is swinging a little bit late right now.
A little bit late.
Back up just a hair inside that batter's box.
Well, they got used to the lines last night.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, no balls and 1 strike now to Josh Vaughn. We have 2 outs up there on the board. Here comes now the pitch. Hit ball. And that one is going to be foul ball.
Foul ball. That was close, though.
Yeah, it was definitely a foul, but it was like inches. And that'll bring up no balls and 2 strikes. And Josh swung early on that one.
Yeah, he swung late on the first one. Now he's swinging early. He overcorrected just a tad, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
That a pitcher change speed on him. That could be it as well. But now this gets a pitcher a lot of weapons here because he's way ahead of the batter now.
Josh Bond is ready to go. Grimes now look for VFW. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. The third baseman calls it, and he's done.
That's it for the inning.
And that will be it for the inning. So, no man was left on base, and it's still, as we go to the bottom of the, top of the fourth, it is 1-0 in favor of the Rotary. We'll be back right after these messages.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like... National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to mywonderfulworld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
The best stuff ever. Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff. See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Miller Field, I'm John Hart, along with Robbie Hart. Game 2 of the doubleheader. It's VFW.
Been a good game so far, too.
Against the Rotary, 1-0 in favor of the Rotary. And as what we thought that was going to happen, we end up getting a pitching duel.
Yep.
And we got it.
Like I said, I mean, from an independent, looking at it independently here on this one, the way it's looking to me is that so far Rotary has the edge, slight edge in pitching. But VFW seems to be doing a little bit better in defense than Rotary's been doing.
Well, the thing is the question is, can Matthew keep up this kind of pace?
He's setting a brutal pace right out there right now. I'm looking at this one. He has 8 strikeouts tonight with 9 batters. Or 10 batters, so what does that tell you?
So, in other words, other than that one walk, Matthews struck out the entire team.
And the one pop-up, too, that Parrish was able to get.
And, folks, the thing is about that, I just want to kind of keep in mind, the biggest thing about that is this is a good ball team.
Very good ball team.
Well, here we go. Matt Hart looks, comes out of the wind-up position, delivers a pitch, strike one.
Ricky Aguilera up. He struck out last time, which is going to be kind of the story of most of the people coming up here soon. So I may not just keep repeating myself here.
Matt winds up. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss in there for strike number 2.
This is looking exactly what happened to Ricky last time. Is just strike.
Curveball coming.
Curveball coming.
The problem is Matthews doesn't throw curveballs.
Yep, here comes down the pitch. And strike number 3. So that's strikeout number, how many?
9.
Number 9 strikeouts already in this game.
Dustin Reynolds' bat. Once again, he struck out off of 5 pitches last time.
Rotary lead 1-0. Here comes Matt with the pitch. Swing and a miss once again, strike number 1. So Rotary and VFW battling it out. Each team swinging and missing a lot.
That's true.
It's
a pitching duel.
It's almost like a professional game. Here comes the next pitch. And the changeup goes down to third base. It's going to be close. It's going to be safe.
That was a tough throw to make, though. Third.
The ball went down the third base line, and Ken was able to pick it up and throw it. Who's playing third base?
I'm not sure.
Anyway.
It's coming up Mr. Garnes, the pitcher, up to bat now.
All right, here comes Matthew Hart. One out and a foul back, and that's going to be in it for strike number 1.
And Matthew needs to not let that discourage him there. That was just a good hit ball, and the guy barely got it in time, too. He was a little late.
Now, if that ball would have went to like the second,
that would have been an easy out.
It'd have been another easy out.
If it would have been a foot inside, that would have been an easy out.
Oh, yeah. Here comes down the pitch for Matthew. And this one's going to be a foul out of play, and that's going to be in there.
Strike 2.
For strike number 2.
Now is when Matthew needs he's not buckled down and gun a fastball by him because he's catching up to his slower pitches by the looks of things.
Wait on it.
All right, no balls and 2 strikes now to Grimes. Runner on first base with 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Matt Hart. Swing and a miss.
Foul, though.
Foul back.
It looks like foul in what's called catcher's.
Peter, you got the helmet on?
Looked like Josh Vaughn almost got a headache from that one, too.
I think got his leg on his left leg there. The ricochet off the ball.
No balls and still 2 strikes. Here comes Matt with a pitch and a changeup.
They're falling there. Goes runner second.
And it's going to be close. No, but overthrew him. But a good backup by Ben Inge playing second base. Brandon has got to get over there a little bit faster.
Well, that went over his head there. That went to go over the head. That was good backup. That saved probably a run coming in there. The runner on a
hard hit ball. That's going to be. And Matthew needs to go and bring his fastball down.
Yeah, Garnes still fall hitting, but Garnes
starting to time that out.
Yeah.
He's starting to time out a little bit, so when that happens. Of course, the thing to do if that happens is to change your pitch up a little bit. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We got 1 out, runner on second base. Here comes down the pitch. And it's a hard hit ball.
Got past everyone.
With everybody. A good pitch. Matthew will get it, but will not be able to get it. We got a tie ball game. So that was a double by Grimes. That brings up Pete Reed.
This guy got to be careful right here. I think Matthew needs to bring heat on this guy.
Let's go, Pete.
Well, it's a good, Matthews pitching the ball well. What can you say? That ball was thrown, but a little bit outside. And that was
almost an error.
That could have cost at least another steal. But we got to keep the guy at first base. Don't let these guys start running around on you. But you got to be aggressive at the same time.
Well,
what's happened now is the score.
VFW starting to hit the ball, and Rotary still has not shown us they're able to hit the ball yet so far today. Not consistently, anyways.
Here comes out a pitch.
Oh, inside.
And this one's going to be way inside, and there goes Grimes down second base. So Matt is having those two pitches. Matt had a little trouble hitting anywhere near the strike zone.
Yeah, that was way inside that time.
Two balls and no strikes now. Here comes down the pitch. And what was that, way outside or something?
That was way outside.
Yep. Cody. That brings up 3 balls and no strikes.
Don't want to start walking these people here, that's for sure. They got a little talk with Matthew here.
They're all going to meet and...
Say, Matthew, what's up, Matt?
Well, just want to find out if Josh and Matt are when we go out there, we say, hey, what's going on? Matt, you okay? Yeah. Make sure you just throw strikes. But at the same time, now with Pete, if they walk Pete, and that sounds bad, but they do have one out.
Yeah.
But putting Pete on would not be so bad, but they got to strike the next guy out.
Yeah. Well, he's got to start throwing like strikes.
But he's got to throw strikes, and these guys need to be swinging. We don't want to put anybody on base unearned, especially in a 1-to-1 ball game.
Exactly.
Okay, Matt's all set to go. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1.
Oh, they got a guy in a pickle. They're...
Back up. They got him. They got him. They got the guy at second base. They got Grimes at second base. What a play. And what a good, patient pickoff. And that was a good one.
The guy got a little too aggressive, and he paid for it there. And that takes a lot of weight off Matthew's shoulders right there.
Well, it clears the bases and brings up that all-important second out.
Yep. That makes for a score now. Now VFW's got to run a runner all the way around now instead of just a...
Matthew winds up, swing and a miss, strike 2. This brings the count to full.
We've seen that before. A good play like that just kind of puts the spark back into it. All of a sudden, now you're throwing strikes again, Full count situation. Matthew is 0 for 1 on these full count situations today. He lost the last batter he had in a full count.
Here comes out a pitch. Oh, boy, he lost that one. So Pete Reed will walk.
That brings in Joseph Anderson. Joseph is 0 for 1 for the day.
So, with Pete Reed on second base, it represents the goal he had run, but with 2 outs. Here comes down the pitch, swing and a miss.
Got a piece of it. That's a foul, though.
And he got a piece of it.
That frees that runner on first, at least.
Let's go. Yeah, that's right. And that is important.
Yep.
You can't steal if they foul back.
Yep.
And that also keeps Matthew from pitching so many pitches.
Well, if you only have no outs. If you have more than 2, that's because of the issue.
Here comes down the pitch. High. There goes Pete Reed down second base. They're going to try it, and
he don't
get him.
He was mad, sure. You almost didn't make that one, though.
Now, if Matt was catching, Matt been able to have a fast enough throw to get him, though.
Yeah.
But it was a good throw nevertheless. But anyway, 1-1 is the count.
Stay good, buddy.
Again, that's you got to hand it to this VFW team. They are a good ball team.
Yep.
All the way around. Here comes Matt now, winds up for the pitch.
They're
going to try second, and they're going to hold him up at third base.
Well, that puts a runner now in scoring position now, and that means you kind of got to win this one at the plate now.
2 balls and 1 strike. Matthew has got to throw strikes here.
Yeah.
All right, here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He does. That'll bring up the count 2-2. So Matthews just got to relax, get this last strike.
He's past the really powerful people of VFW now. Now he's going to relax, throw strikes, and work through the batting order again.
What you know is going to line it up.
Matthew winds up. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nice pitch. So, anyway, they got 1 run, so it's tied up 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Yep.
It is VFW 1 and Rotary 1. We'll be right back right after these messages.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Okay, back here at Miller Field, 1-1 ball game, and we have a ball game on our hands, Robbie.
Tie one, that's for sure. We don't see very many tie games like this coming into the bottom of the fourth. This is a good game. We kind of knew it was going to be coming into this. We really did.
Well, we did indeed, and this kind of games that we like to see. I wish just
all
about
like that,
all of
yeah.
them were kind of close like this.
Yeah, that would be nice.
This is something, folks, I think you're going to want to watch at home. Buy this DVD for $20. Just contact Robbie at WPEX online.
Robert at
WPEXonline.com.
Yep.
Well, we got some of Rotary's best hitters coming up now.
Yep, Garnes will stay in his pitcher as well. No surprise there.
So Ben Inge will start things off for the Rotary. Cobra Man Hart will be, and then Brandon Parrish will be following him. Peyton Lawson.
I'm the manager.
So I'm the manager.
I ain't even worried about that. He makes the right
So
call.
Matthew could just, actually, the thing with this guy, if Matthew could just time him out.
Exactly. That's really the whole thing with the whole Rotary team is it needs to time these people out. You know, the only person who's had any success today has been Bobby with a nice base hit.
He got used to the Rotary.
Yeah, used to the Rotary. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby's usually not the one that makes a lot of runs, but he's been doing great today. He did good yesterday too, for that matter.
Well, you know, with like last night, you know, with the pitching being all over the place for the Lions.
Yeah, Lions.
And then you got to come back the next day and face, you know, really good pitching, and that can definitely throw you off.
Yeah.
Trouble is, will they be able to line up in time? And that's something which just time will tell in this ball game. We only got 2 innings left. Hey. Well, we'll see what Ben Inge can do. Way to shoot. But all of these Rotary players is capable of hitting anything that so far Grimes really thrown at.
Exactly.
Here we go, infield, be ready.
Here we go. Ben Inge. He's 0 for 1. Got out on a shortstop to first base last time.
But they got to work this pitcher a little bit.
Yep. Got to make him work for his money here.
Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
That's not how you make him work for his money either.
Way to work.
And Randy calls timeout.
Saying, hey, Ben, don't swing at those.
Did you get that signals that I gave you?
That's what he's probably saying, too. You know, I told you not to take that one. You know, you can't be...
No balls and 1 strike. Here comes now the pitch. Grimes look. VFW winds up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss once again. Strike 2.
Hey, Jay, you're way ahead on him, kid.
Now it puts the pitcher now way ahead. Perfect pitch. It's now the pitcher can afford to throw really screwballs and stuff.
Yeah, Ben Inge has got to protect the plate right now.
But he can't be aggressive and start swinging it all over the place. This will probably be a sucker pitch. At least I would pitch a sucker pitch right now.
Here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball. This could drop in for a base hit, and it does. So Ben Inge will get on first base with the Cobra, Matthew Cobra coming up.
Now Matthew is 0 for 1. He got out on a hard hit ball, but I think the shortstop or the second base able to snag it.
Third base. Remember, he made that good throw.
That's right.
Hey, back up.
So Matthew's swinging a little early on the guy.
So here comes now. Pitch from Grimes to Matthew Hart. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. And that stopped it though. To go, and Matthew's going to have a base hit. Runners on first and second with no outs.
And I got to give the second baseman credit on
a busted play. Matthew will go to second base. And boy, what an error that may have been, and that could be costly for VFW.
Especially with no outs here with Brandon. Brandon's a good hitter. If he times Grimes out, that could bring in 2 runs very quickly here. In this type of game, 2 runs is quite a hill to climb there.
Cobra nailed that ball, by the way, to second base.
He just stopped it.
And he was able to, I mean, what a play by the second baseman.
He couldn't hold on to it, but he was able to stop it. And that really saved
I don't think anybody could hold on to that one.
That saved a double from a triple.
Here comes down the windup to Brandon Parrish. Hard hit ball. And it goes he bobbled it, and the run will score. And he is safe. He is safe at first base. And 1 run will score, and Rotary will take a 2-1 lead.
And that puts another runner in scoring position on third as well.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Matt's got a lot of speed on third base, and you'll probably see a sacrifice steal going down to second base.
Yes, no outs, why not, right?
That's right. Here comes down, and
fact,
plus
I wouldn't be surprised to see a bunt right here.
Here comes down a pitch. That one's going to be in a strike one. There it goes down, and they will hold it everything up, and that will take an important force play out.
Yep.
So Brandon Parrish gets the seal at second base, and that's going to put runners on second and third. Brandon Parrish on second, Matt Hart on third base.
We're seeing the top 4 finally got Grimes here timed out. It took him a while, but they were able to finally do it.
Here comes down the pitch from Grimes. He winds up, delivers, and that one's going to be low. And Matt's got to be careful because Pete Green can throw the ball. Don't get picked off now.
Well, there's no one around him, so I think it's okay. He's got.
Hey, don't turn your back.
Oh, third baseman.
I was looking at Parrish. I'm sorry.
And I'm worried about Parrish too much.
Parrish just don't even close to Parrish. Parrish is out there doing his own thing.
1 ball, 1 strike now to Peyton Lawson. Wind up from Grimes. Here comes the pitch. And that one's in the dirt. Matthew takes about 3-4 steps, wisely goes back, not taking any chances.
No, definitely don't want taking chances right now.
And now bring up 2 balls and 1 strike.
This is, as they say, too great of an opportunity. Don't mess it up.
No, not with the way both of these teams are playing.
You check there, go
gotta play smart right now, that's for sure.
2-1 pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be outside. That's going to be ball 3. And this could very well load up the bases.
Watch him, Jake. Come, Jake. Pitch to him now.
Come on, knock it up out there.
Settle down, son. Take your time.
So I'm wondering if he's running out of gas a little bit.
Well, he's pitched. He's up to 50 pitches so far, but I don't know. I'm not sure how much he usually pitches.
Trouble is, folks, I don't know nothing about Grimes.
How many he's used to pitching, that sort of thing.
3-1. Here comes the pitch. And it's
the
bunt.
A hard bunt.
And it was too hard of a bunt.
Too hard of a bunt.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 on
swing at that one, that's almost a swing bunt.
Well, I say it's a too hard of a bunt.
Let's shoot right here, Let's shoot.
I would probably say that brings up full count, by the way. But actually, if that would have been a little bit harder, they'd have to give Matt a chance to come in.
Bring another run in, yeah.
3 balls and 2 strikes, full count. Here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be high. Ball 4.
That blows the bases up.
Grimes lost him.
Time, Lou.
They're going to call it time.
Now here comes the time, and we'll see what happens.
Do you think they're going to bring in Parrish?
You might see Pete Reed come in.
Reed, I'm sorry, yes. Oh, was it Parrish? We got Parrish on our team, that's why.
Well, actually, now, last time they played, they did not pitch Grimes, so I think they got a couple of more pitchers on this team.
Well, what's kind of happened for them, it's not really that Grimes is pitching badly. What's happened is the first 4, which is really where all of Rotary's power is kind of consolidated at, finally timed out Grimes. Took them a while, but they finally did it. And that's why they got those hits and started able to make shots against them.
Well, they're leaving Grimes in.
Yeah, I would too. Let him finish the inning out. He's not doing, like I said, a bad job. He just got to throw strikes, that's all.
That's going to bring up, I think, McWilliams.
Bobby McWilliams.
Yeah, McWilliams.
Bobby, up till this inning, was the only person who had any success against Garnes here. So you see if he can replicate it, and he's in a perfect position to bring 2 or 3 runs in.
Take up a step.
Okay, Grimes with bases loaded.
Garnes, yep.
Garnes, no outs. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss by Bobby McWilliams. That'll be in there for strike number 1.
I think Bobby may have just pulled his head a little bit at that time.
Good job, Bobby. Here we go, Jake.
Bobby, if you can hear me with that little radio you got into your helmet, keep your head down. No radios in the helmet.
No radios in the helmet. That's illegal in Dixie. You can't do that.
All right, here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. In there for strike 2. Was that what that pitch looked like?
That was low. That was definitely a low ball. That would have been ball had he waited on it.
See, that
I think Bobby is having less success kind of get to him. He's starting to swing at stuff he shouldn't be.
Well, play will be at any bag.
Yep.
No outs. Here comes now the pitch. Wind up, and it is swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that took out Bobby McWilliams. Now bring up Harvey. And Harvey's is very small. Harvey needs to be very patient.
Don't swing. Now, Harvey did strike out last time. Watch one go right by him, so we'll see what happens this time.
Here we go. Harvey, the left-hander.
Shooting home.
And if Garnes can get out of these last 2 people here, then he would dodge a pretty big bullet here.
Garnes now looks, winds up. Here's the pitch. Strike. And that is in there for a strike.
So he's still throwing strikes, like I said.
I mean, it looks like he's slowed down, but he still looks like he's maintaining a lot of control.
Yep, and that's the key right there.
Runners on first, second, and third. Hate to strand them. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a foul back. Strike 2.
Give me a good one here, Jake. Rotary's starting to get a little trouble here with their batting. Now they're way behind the pitcher.
Give me a good one here, 3.
Got to protect the plate now, Justin.
Rotary's going to hate to miss this opportunity to score, though. They did score 1. It's 2-1 game. But it's kind of like a deja vu on what happened the last time these 2 teams met. That one's going to be outside for ball 1, but he's got to protect that play.
Yeah, he's so far behind now. He's just got to be careful.
I mean, a base hit is what I was going to say bust the game open.
Yeah. But then again, hitting the wrong spot here is also pretty bad. Could be bad for you as well. That's open up a double play and push you out of the inning.
All right, here comes down the pitch, and that one's going to be fouled back. The count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, you're working right here, 3. You're working, baby. Hey, you got 2 on them right here.
Good job.
The sun, you see the shadows starting to follow the mound here, slowly but surely. As the sun sets here in Miller Field.
Here comes down the windup. And the hard hit ball. And it is. They get through for a base hit. They're going to send Matthew Hart will score.
You may get a triple out of it.
And here comes triple. They're going to get him. No, they don't get him out. 3 runs will score.
He gets a triple.
Whoa,
nice.
Justin Harvey gets a triple, and that thing went all the way into left field, and the left fielder missed it, and it kept right on going.
Take it off. Come on.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. That makes it 5-1 in favor of the Rotary.
Justin gets 3 RBIs off the triple.
Wow. And I don't think...
You see Randy smiling over there, too, Justin.
Grimes and VFW expected that. Here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for ball number 1.
And it ain't over yet because Tom Parrish is up now with still only 1 out. That was a nice... I didn't expect poor, little old Justin to make that one. That was nice.
Well, that's going to take a lot of pressure off of that.
A lot of pressure.
Boy, oh boy.
Up by 4, yeah.
Here comes now the wind-up. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in there for strike 2.
Oh, that's strike 2. Okay.
4 balls and 2 strikes now. To Tom Parrish. And the thing is, with all the people getting hits and stuff, that puts we're almost at the top of the batting order once again.
Nice cycle through here again.
You checking your
those guys, in the next inning, they probably will get a chance to come up again.
So we got, here comes now the pitch. That one's going to be inside for ball 2. So with 1 out, Justin Harvey gets a triple, and he's going to be happy about that.
Oh, yeah, that's a great hit by Justin. At a time when Rotary really needed it, too.
Have fun, Chief.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Oh, now they're 2 balls and 1 strike. They changed it only. Okay.
Here comes now the pitch. That one's going to be inside, ball 3.
Come, Jay.
And I'm kind of a little bit surprised they didn't bring Pete in. I wonder if Pete has pitched out this inning.
It's possible. I mean, we have no idea what's been happening at Crew earlier this week. So.
No, that's right. 3 balls and 1 strike. Garnes now looking, winds up. Here comes now the pitch. And
that's a strike, though.
That one's going to be in there for strike, and that brings the count to full.
Very important pitch coming up for both teams right now. Probably a lot more so for VFW than Rotary, though.
Here we go, Jay. Shoot to the mitt right here, kid.
Well, see,
Have fun here, 3.
Grimes walks this guy. That is bad news because it's getting closer and closer to that fearsome foursome of the Rotary.
Yep.
Grimes mouth pitches, winds up. Oh, way high. And he swings it, and now bring up.
Second out.
And that's going to bring up
Allende.
No, remember.
That's right. Josh Tiller.
Josh Tiller.
I keep messing it up. Yeah, they need to change that on here. It's a lot of effort to change the lineup after the game starts, so let me just say that right now.
All right, here comes now Grimes. Looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. Way low in there for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Josh struck out last time he was up. I think what's happening now, also, Rotary's gotten a lot more patient than they were in the beginning of the game. They're starting to wait on Garnes now. They're making him throw strikes. That's why you're seeing a lot more of the outs coming on, watching go by.
Grimes winds up, pitches, and that's going to be in there a strike. And that brings the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
But he's still throwing strikes. So.
Stay on third.
Well, that's what happened last time we played with Pete Reed. Pete Reed wasn't throwing anything spectacular except he was pitching strikes. And he had good control on his ball on the balls that he was throwing. Here comes now the next pitch.
There it is.
That's going to be in there, strike 2, and that's no surprise.
Strike. Yeah,
right down the middle, looked like from here.
And that puts Garnes way ahead of the batter and a chance to get out of this really rough inning for him.
Hey, 2 on him here, Jay. Go ahead and shoot, baby.
Got to protect it. Go, buddy. Anything close, keep the bat on the ball.
Okay, 1 ball and 2 strikes. We got 2 outs. Here comes an important pitch for Garnes. He winds up and delivers.
Strike 3.
And that's strike 3, and he does. So, anyway, 1 man left on base, but we had 4 runs will score on that, and that's going to make it 5-1 now in favor of the Rotary. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Stop by Victoria's Beauty Salon in Blackstone today. Not only can you get a style that's just for you and a tan too, but now Victoria's Beauty Salon presents Anna Veal's Body Work Practitioner. Tired from the stress of the week? Try some massage therapy. Anna provides many different massages to cater to your areas of stress. A Swedish massage, a deep tissue massage, and reflexology. She also gives facials and offers 2 special packages. So come by Victoria's today at 110 North Main Street in Blackstone or call and inquire about an appointment with Anna. Relax, meditate, and leave looking and feeling like a brand new you at Victoria's Beauty Salon, where your hair is your glory. Call 434-292-5910.
The best stuff ever.
Check.
A home Rotary team here, and well, it's nothing like getting them when you need it.
Oh yeah, I gotta give credits to Justin Harvey there for making a great hit, a triple that just came out of nowhere to put the Rotary up ahead by 4 points. Now, but the job's not over yet. It's only the 5th inning here. Matthews needs to buckle down, throw strikes, and this is the part of the batting order he needs to strike out. If he gets these guys out, he can pretty much shut down. He can keep the top of the batting order from ever come back on the field again.
Oh yeah. Well, this is kind of, I think this is probably one of the next 2 innings are important.
Yep.
But this is probably it, because this will probably set the pace. And if Matthew can get these next 3 batters out, Rotary has a good chance of winning this ball game.
Yep.
Unfortunately, a lot of weight still rest on Matthew Hart's shoulders.
The game's not over yet.
Well, that's why Randy Webb wanted to keep Matthew. Didn't want Matthew to play yesterday because he had a feeling that it could come down to a close game.
It's just a shame that Josh had to bear the brunt of that.
Oh, I know. And we're mighty proud of Josh. Anyway, Josh did hang in there. Poor guy.
I've never seen anyone pitch that many pitches in this league.
No, neither.
That's maybe a record, I think.
Okay, here we go. Matt Hart now looks. Here comes the pitch. They fake, look like a bunt. It is fouled back, and now be in there, strike one. And I think this is A.J. Say. Is that what you got?
I have A.J. Say as well. A.J. walked last time he was up. I guess they're going to take no chance and try to get a bunt this time.
Back in the box, A.J.
So that'll be no balls and one strike. So Matthew gets at least one strike ahead of his batter. 5-1. Rotary's got a nice 4-run lead. Here comes Matthew now with the next pitch. This one is going a lot of pop, though. That was a hard pitch, but it was a little bit high for ball one.
Well, A.J. will wait on it. That's why he walked last time. He'll wait on it, so you got to throw good strikes to him if you want to get him out.
Here comes the next pitch.
Like that.
That was in there for strike. Now be strike number 2. Now A.J. has really got to protect the plate.
You got the swing. Choke up. Get a shot somewhere.
No runners on. Here comes now the pitch. Here comes the pitch from Hart.
Strike
3. Now will be strikeout again for Mr. Matthew
Strikeout
Hart.
number 11 tonight.
All right. Matthew shoots strikeout number 11. And that's what he had the last time when he played the Rotary about this time.
Oh, really? I mean, VFW?
Oh, I mean, VFW. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I wasn't here during that game, so I can't speak to it.
Here comes Matthew with a pitch. Foul back. And now be in there for strike number 1.
There's one big difference between that last time and this time, though, the score.
Yeah, well, that's true. But a 4-run is nothing in this league.
That's true. If you load the bases up, then that can come back and one good hit is all it takes.
All right, here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll be in there for strike 2. That was away.
Yeah,
that looked like he got away from that.
Finch. Yeah, he got Finch chasing after that one.
Yeah. So now, Matthews kind of got Zeph where he wants it. Good changeup worked good here, and it is.
But a little bit low. Didn't fall.
A little bit low in there for ball 1.
Yeah, it dropped a little bit too much on him.
One thing good about this changeup, though, it keeps the batters from timing you out so bad.
Yes, that's true.
Here comes the next pitch from Matt. And that's strike number 3. And that'll be strikeout number 12 for Hart. And that'll be out number 2 here at the top of the 5th. Well, that's going to bring out
Mahan.
Yep.
Mahan.
A
little bit high that time.
That'll be high for ball 1.
Matthew needs to control. Like I said, he really cannot afford to walk to this bottom part of the lineup. This is the part he needs to get out and just shut down that top of the batting order before you even get to him.
Here comes down the pitch from Hart.
A little bit high again.
Yeah, a little bit high. Once again, it's in there for ball 2. But if Matthew gets this final strikeout, then you still got 3 players before they come up to the top of the lineup. So this is important. Matthew now winds up pitches, swing and a miss.
I caught him chasing that one. I think that one would have been a little bit high, but they made him chase after it.
That'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Matthew needs to bring this one right down the middle if he can. Here comes down the next pitch.
A little bit low.
And that one's going to be a little bit low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Matthew finds himself in a strange position he's not used to, and that's being way behind the batter now.
Go fire right, kid.
Oh. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's strike number 2. And that brings up full count.
Full count. Very important pitch for the Rotary.
So here it is. Can Matthew make it number 13? He backs off. He says, not yet.
Not quite yet. We have to think about this one for a second.
So we got a full count situation here with 2 outs. Matt Hart winds up. Here comes the pitch.
Too low.
And it's too low. And Matthew will walk.
For the VFW.
Here comes down a pitch. Strike, and there goes the runner to go. And Brandon could not hold on to the ball, and they will advance the runner to second base.
They better be careful. They're going to get caught on that at some point. That's twice they've almost got caught on that down the second.
All right, no balls and 1 strike now.
Austin Higgins.
And that's going to be there for strike number 2. That looked a little low to me.
That looked a little low as well. I think Matthew got angry at that walk. He's taking it out on his next batter.
Good time to throw a strike there right here.
You think?
Here comes down the pitch. Swinging and strike 3. And that will be the 3rd and final out. So as we go to the bottom of the 4th, 1 man left on base, and it's 5-1 Rotary. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I I need a new phone. So I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Back here at Miller Field, and as we go to the bottom of the fifth, and Pete Reed will finally come in pitching for the VFW.
We were kind of wondering when he was going to make an appearance, and here he is. He's going to go ahead and try to shut down this Rotary team, and I can't say I blame him, though. You don't want to, if you're a VFW, you cannot afford to get behind anymore.
I'm surprised they hadn't brought Pete in.
Yeah.
But you got to admit now, Grimes did a really good job.
But just, Allende got very lucky on him, to be honest with you. I mean,
what was Grimes'
Allende,
what was Grimes' stats, by the way?
You want to do this to me, right? It's not about asking this. Garnes, by the way, he was 70 pitches. I had to pull the strikes. 7 strikeouts, which is pretty good. I have 49 strikes, and I got the ball with thing has a 17 at bat, so not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Here we go. This is going to be a Allende Meredith starting out this inning for the Rotary.
Well, let's see what Allende can do. Mr. Pete Reed, a travel ball player. He's not excruciating fast, but he's a very accurate pitcher.
Looks like he has a few tricks in his sleeve by what I saw him pitching earlier.
Yep, here comes the pitch. That one's going to be a little bit low for ball one. 1 ball and no strike.
This is the way you do it. You give your pitcher some time to, get up to speed and get going before you bring up the really hard people coming up.
Here comes now the pitch once again. And that one's going to be in there for a strike.
Strike one.
Yeah, strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Meredith.
Allende broke the plane that time. That was a little outside, but he chased after that one.
So 1-1 now is a count to Allende Meredith. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and miss. Strike 2. And you see what I'm saying? He's not an excruciating fast pitcher.
Yeah.
Nothing like Thomas Parrish, but he throws strikes.
Yep.
And he's got some good decent breaking balls and throws a mixture of different pitches. Strike 3.
And that brings up now top of the batting order and probably Rotary's last chance here to put some points on the board.
Hustle up, hustle up. Here we go, guys. Have some life. 1 down.
So, here comes Josh Bond. Nothing that these guys can't hit, though. Here comes the next pitch. Hard hit ball. It's going to go all the way to the fence and hit the fence. All the way down. Here comes Josh Bond. He will come around the second base, and a nice stand-up double by Josh Bond. That's going to bring up Ben Inge.
Right there, D.
And what a game this is turning out to be for the Rotary.
Ben Inge is 1 for 2 for day. Made a nice single back in the 4th inning, and before that he struck out in the first. Or not struck, he popped one out in the first.
Second, going 1.
Runner on second base with 1 out. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be in there
close,
for ball 1, but very, very close.
A little bit, just a tad outside, I think, but it was very close. And of course, you see Josh out there on second base, wanting to come in badly.
1 ball and no strikes. Here comes down the pitch from Pete Reed.
Oh,
and this ball's going to be to third base. They're going to go to third. It's going to be bobbled. It's going to be bobbled, and now he gets on base, and that's going to bring up the Cobra, Matt Hart.
Yeah.
Runners on first and third, Robbie.
You know, this is what we come here to pay our tickets for, to see this type of duel right now with, everything on the line right now, right?
Pete Reed now going up against Matt Hart, the Cobra. He steps up to the plate.
Matthew is 1 for 2. Had a hit to third and a nice hard hit single earlier.
Here comes down the pitch from Pete Reed. It's in there, and it's going to be low. And there goes Bobby. The runner down. Is that Ben? Who's that? Bobby
that is Inge.
Inge will get on second base.
That takes away the force, of course.
Runners on second and third. 1 ball and no strikes to Matt Hart. Here comes Pete Reed. Now looks. Now winds up. Here comes down the pitch. And that one's going to be low to Matt as well, and that's going to be in there for ball number 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I can't tell if Reed here is trying to paint the corners or he's just having a hard time finding his target here.
Well, I don't know either, but Pete has done before.
He's pitched to Matthew before, and he's paid for it, so maybe he kind of remembers experience.
2 balls and no strikes. They know about Matthew. Matthew's got quite a reputation even in the other league. Here comes down the pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. Hard hit! Back in! And it is got him! But everybody will advance. Matthew shot that one into right field.
Oh, it's still going!
And it's still going. They're going to try to get home. It's just going to be, they got him out, and a double play. But not before the run will score.
That's an Indiana, by the way.
Yep.
Well, that was wild.
I don't know why they sent that, but Matthew was happy with that, and that thing almost went out of this ballpark.
That's it. It's 3 outs, guys.
That would be 3 outs. So that ends the inning. As we go now to the top of the 6th inning, it's 6-1 in favor of the Rotary. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Back here at Miller Field, and that was an exciting inning to the 5th inning. It's 6-1 with a 5-run lead, and, well, we got to hand it to Matt Hart. Hit one way out there into right field. And
he may have got out, but he did break, but a run came in off a tag up.
Yeah,
so
a good play by the right fielder made the catch, but that also scored at least 1 run, and that was good.
VFW has one last chance here on score 5 runs. Or 4 runs, yeah.
Matt Hart swings that one in there, and boy, he burned that one in there for a strike.
Well, it's how it is. What do you tell your pitcher? One more inning left. Gun it in there, right?
One of the thing about Matthew has released a spring on these guys. Here comes the next pitch. Matthew winds up, and that was a hard hit pitch. That's going to be fouling out of play, and that will be in there for strike 2.
Goes way right. That poor batter was way behind on that pitch.
Matthew's ahead of his batter.
Good time for a changeup or some other
changeup, curveball, or something.
Some other funky throw, right?
Yep. Well, you don't want to lose this guy, but
no, definitely don't.
Right now, with Rotary is in a good position. Matt kind of looks.
I guess he's feeling the weight of the ball there, getting used to it.
Now Matt aims. He winds up. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. That's in there for strike number 3.
Strikeout number 14 for tonight.
And that brings up
top of the batting order, Ricky Aguilera.
Ricky has struck out both times.
No more high balls now.
Here comes down the pitch. Oh, Matthew
Got held up.
Yep.
The ump said, put the old hand up, and Joe Jackson said, no.
Joe Jackson
no pitch.
No, not yet.
I don't want to get hit by a ball.
Basically why one of Matt's balls.
Yeah.
Okay. Here it comes down. Matt looks, winds up. Here comes down the pitch.
Oh, inside.
And that was way inside for ball 1.
Yeah, I think he kind of lost control of that one.
Which hadn't happened.
Poor Aguilera needs to check his stomach to make sure it's still there after that throw.
Matt has been throwing the ball between 65 and 70 all day. Here comes down the next pitch. That one's going to be high, and that was, you can hear the ball pop. That'll be 2 balls, but you don't want to lose this guy.
No, you don't want to start putting people on base here, because if you get him out and get the next guy, you pretty much shut down the next couple of people. But these are the best batters for VFW, too. So
here comes next pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's strike number 1. We got one of them back.
That was a little bit low, too, by the way. Must have been a change-up that kind of suckered him into it. Or a change-up of some sort.
2 balls and 1 strike. Matt looks, winds up, pitches it, and this one's going to be an easy base hit. Justin Harvey will pick it up, and he will throw it to second base and will hold the man up at first base.
That's the start of it right there.
And that brings up Mr. Dustin Reynolds now. Dustin has actually hit against Matthew last time it was up with a single and a struck out one time. So Matthew needs to wind the spring up and gun it down there just a few more times. Right now, VFW's fighting for their life here. There's no more innings after this if they don't make 5 more runs.
Matt winds up, pitches right down the middle in there for strike 1. Good defensive and a good game this has been.
It's been a very good game today.
From both teams. No balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss.
There goes Aguilera.
There goes the runner. They're going to try to get him.
They got him.
And got him out. Yes, sir. And lead runner, they got out at second base. And that's going to bring up a, whoa, what a play that was.
I told you they were going to get caught doing that at some point. They're getting closer and closer and just risking more and more. But more important, that brings up 2 outs now. That brings up, Dustin Reynolds still up the bat with 2 strikes against him. Matthew now finds himself all of a sudden just 1 more good hard throw to being out of this game.
Wow. What a game this has been. 6-1. Here comes Matthew with a pitch. Swing and a miss. That ends the ball game. That ends the ball game and struck Reynolds out for the 3rd and final out. And Matthew Hart basically pitched 1 great ball game and wins against the Rotary, the VFW.
We got to give Justin Harvey, with this 3-run RBI hit, triple just kind of lit it up for Rotary at a time when they needed it.
Okay, folks, we'll be right back right after this 1 messages, and we'll be back to wrap it up. Don't go away.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
All right, back here at Miller Field as we're wrapping things up. The final score, let's see, it's 6-1, Rotary 6 and VFW 1. And, wow, what can you say?
Pitching, I got to give Matthew credit. He ends the day with, 15 strikeouts, 63 strikes, 26 balls, 89 pitches, so only 3 hits and 1 error for the day.
Which was very fantastic. And of course, let's talk about the thing that opened everything up, Justin Harvey.
You cannot give Justin enough credit now. That was at a time when at that time, the Rotary was only up by 1. It's still kind of looking like it's going to be a close game. Here comes Justin with that nice hit and just opens it up and kind of gets the ball rolling for Rotary.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, one thing, it's been Rotary, like I said, it's been their basically theme all year long is they have been they always get it when they need it. And like I said, they got beat by the Lions on the first game, got beat the next one by Chamber. Outside of that, then everything started just going very, very well for Matthew Hart and the rest of the Rotary team.
I'm going to try to fit this on one disc, so we got to wrap it up.
Well, I'm John Hart saying, so we're going to wrap this up. Thanks for listening, everybody, right here on the Southside Sports Radio Network. I want to thank, of course, Robbie. Definitely thank you for doing a great job, color commentary. And also want to thank everybody else involved, and also of course, the Dixie, the Blackstone Dixie Youth Baseball Association having us here. So I'm John Hart saying so long. Our next game will be Thursday, and it's going up against the Legion of Doom. So we'll be talking to you later. I'm John Hart saying so long. Good night, everybody.